Hi, I'm Andy, a collection specialist at Credit Sage, and my goal is to help people learn how they can remove Congress collection from their credit report. And in many cases, this is without paying the debt at all. So if that's you or someone you know, I'm confident that you're going to walk away from this video knowing what the next best step is to take. Now, this doesn't mean that you shouldn't take action. For example, if you know or believe that Congress collection or any of the other accounts on your credit report are the result of identity theft or have a wrong balance after you've already paid or any major issues that are seriously affecting your life, you may be owed a settlement. And we work with a network of local attorneys that work on your behalf at zero cost, win or lose, in addition to getting the accounts permanently deleted from your account. But if no issues like that exist and you just want the account removed from your credit report, we can certainly help with that too. So just give us a call today. Our number will be in the description area below. And with that, what I want to do in this video is I want to talk about the most important questions that we get about this company. And the first one I think is really important, and that is, can you get arrested or get jail time for a debt with Congress collection? The reason I put this one at the top of the list is because we get a lot of callers that are terrified that this could happen. And, truthfully, that makes sense because few people are actually taught how credit and debt work in school. Myself included, I didn't know the answer to this question until I got into the business. And fortunately, the answer is, unless the debt is specifically related to unpaid taxes or unpaid child support, you cannot be arrested or get jail time. So there's no need to worry about that whatsoever. The other part of that is the amount of the debt doesn't matter either. You could refuse to pay $1,000, $1 million, it doesn't matter. You will not be arrested or get jail time for that. So who is Congress Collection? Why are they on your credit report? So they are what's referred to as a debt collector or credit collection agency. And what they do is they buy debts, unpaid accounts like credit cards, for example, often for very cheap. And then they try to collect the full amount. Okay. So an example would be like this. Imagine that you have, for whatever reason, a Capital One card, unpaid, and there's $1,000 on it. Congress Collection could, in theory, come along and buy that debt for just $100. But they don't try to collect that amount. They try to collect the full $1,000 from you, which gives them a 10x return on their investment. So think about it. These companies can make a lot of money. And damaging your credit score by reporting the debt to your credit report is the primary strategy they have to get you to pay. However, again, what many people don't know is that paying a debt on your credit report does not remove the account attached to it. Unfortunately, that account will sit there for 7 years, damaging your score, paid or not. So a lot of time, paying isn't in your best interest and can just be a waste of money. In rare cases, paying a debt can even hurt your score further. So now, in addition to credit reporting, they may send scary letters. They may call a lot, even calling family members and colleagues. But if a collector has ever threatened you or harassed you during non-business hours, you may be owed a lawsuit. So again, that's another case. You want to give us a call so we can connect you with a local specialist that will take action quickly. Should you negotiate a settlement with Congress Collection? That's a good question because, and I always look at it this way. Settling your debt with Congress Collection really depends on your goal, okay? Typically, if you're wanting to improve your credit score, paying isn't really the best option. Why? Because, as I mentioned before, even if you pay the collection, it will remain on your credit report for 7 years, damaging your score that whole time. Instead, we always recommend working with an expert like us to review these accounts for you and if certain issues exist, then the accounts can be removed, you know? And this is a win-win, right? So you won't have to waste money paying a debt that won't help your score. And that negative account gets removed from your report altogether. So it's perfect. Which is the next question. How do you remove Congress collection from your credit report? So this is how it works. The Fair Credit Reporting Act gives every person the power to challenge information on their report. I will say the knowledge required to do that is a bit more involved than it might seem. I'm not saying that you shouldn't do it or you couldn't, but just be prepared that you may be spending weeks or months really learning and understanding how to do it properly. However, if you hire a professional to handle it for you, you can ensure that it'll be done properly the first time and save that extra time and hassle and learning how to do it yourself. And we're happy to take care of it. We've dealt with Congress collection accounts many times, and they regularly have issues. I'll put it that way. And we've helped numerous clients deal with them. And we'd be happy to take care of it for you as well if you prefer. How can you get Congress collection to stop calling you? Yeah. Like I mentioned before, Congress collection will be calling you as an attempt to collect the debt they've purchased, which ultimately means the only reason that they're going to stop calling you is if you settle your debt with them or you work with a company like ours to potentially have them removed from your report altogether. Will Congress collection try suing or garnishing my wages? So Congress collection suing is unlikely. It can and does happen, but really in our experience, it's pretty rare. There's just a lot of laws around how long they can sue for, what they can do if they win, and it's just a long process. However, if we're able to find certain issues with the account, they won't be able to collect at all, which is another benefit of using an expert. Next question I have is, what are my rights when dealing with Congress collection? So you have the right to dispute any of your debt that Congress collection has purchased. Congress collection is governed by the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, or FDCPA. And as I mentioned before, the Fair Credit Reporting Act, the FCRA. Now, understand these acts can be very complicated when you first look at them, but really the bottom line is they provide a great deal of power to the consumer if you know how to use it properly. Now, if you don't have time to research these acts, it's not a problem. You can call us today to discuss your options. And again, you'll find our number in the description. And with that, thank you so much for watching.